think I'm going to go back to bodybuilding. Oh.
It's true, whilst I won't stop calisthenics and monkey bar workouts completely, I will be adopting more of a traditional weight training approach from now on. Find out why. The weather is turning here in the UK, which means there'll be less opportunities for my most enjoyable ways to keep fit. So indoor workouts will be more of the norm for a while, but why bodybuilding? What are the benefits, apart from the obvious? Join me as I explore. My routine will be changing over the winter, but before I let you in on what my exact workout plans will look like, here's some of the upsides to training this way. Well, for one, I can go back to basics. And by basics, I mean basic movement patterns. Even though I've called it bodybuilding, I still mainly opt for compound movements over isolation. Compound meaning muscles around 2 or more joints are active, as opposed to one active joint you get when you do isolation exercises. So that means I focus on pulling and pressing exercises, as well as compound movements for the legs, which I try to incorporate once a week all year round. More on that later. These pulling and pressing movements for the upper body allow me to focus on building a strong foundation at the major joints and the major muscles. So when I say bodybuilding, it's just as much strength training really, strength training and conditioning. And it's been this sort of training that's made up the bulk of my training for a number of years. Certainly the first 15 of my 20 years in the fitness industry. And I believe it's this sort of training that's largely contributed to me having strong enough foundation to be able to perform the more complex calisthenics moves and advanced ninja training moves over the years. It's certainly helped me to be more body aware and understand the condition of my muscles at any given time. And this, I believe, has helped me stay relatively injury free. Don't get me wrong, I still look to include bodyweight moves into my gym-based routines, and I still find a way to work on skills whilst in the gym, but lifting weights will be more of the norm now, at least for a while. Getting outside for workouts is something I enjoy doing, and I wouldn't want to lose any monkey bar skills, and I like doing them too much to stop doing them for any period of time. I can do them in the gym, but I will get outside when I can, as much as I can.
But it will largely depend on what the weather's doing.
Going back a couple of years during our winter lockdown, the gyms were closed, and that almost forced me to go outside for winter workouts. It's obviously colder, and that somewhat affects the performance, but at least I know it is doable. And we've even been known to get the odd sunny and warmish day here and there, so I won't have my plan too rigid, so when these days do come around, I can get outside and make the most of them.
And speaking of plans, here's what mine is most likely to look like over the next few months.
My plan will be split up into 3 workouts: a push day, a pulling day, and a lower body day. My lower body revolves around 3 main movement patterns: squat, bend, and lunge. This is generally to keep my legs strong, which will aid performance and help prevent injury for when I play competitive football once a week. I am regularly playing against people more than half my age after all. And with my sport in mind, I do like to bring some specific work into my routines and a good variation of those 3 main movement patterns. The push day in bodybuilding lingo would be chest and shoulders, and I'll try to throw in some bodyweight training here and there. And the pull day is the back day. Into this I can bring rows and pull downs in with a variation of pull-ups that I already do. And if I am to work on monkey bars or any other obstacle training drills, I would generally do it on the back day. That's of course if I can't get outside and do it separately. I've always been grateful for the abundance of activities and methods we have at our disposal. We have so many ways to stay fit and work on our physical well-being. I find the fitness industry can be divisive at times. This way is better than that way. People who work out like this are losers. People even ask me, what's the best way to do this? What's the best way to do that? I usually respond to these questions with a load of questions myself. It really comes down to what you're doing it for. What are your goals? Be clear on your goals, and then you can work out how best to achieve them. I've always considered myself one of the lucky ones, as I enjoy many forms of exercise. What it gives me mentally is just as important as what I get physically. It's a feeling of fulfillment and achievement, and that shouldn't be overlooked. So I will enjoy my gym-based winter workouts, but I will be looking forward to spring at the same time. Let me know how you'll be training over the winter. Will you be in the gym more, or will you brave the outside for monkey bar workouts? And if the monkey bars are your plan, don't worry, I will find time to get a few more videos in before the sunnier, warmer days decide to return. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this video was useful. I'll see you soon. Take care.